Today we're looking at the trailer for Mark Wahlberg's new movie, Father Stu. Where does it fall on the leaderboards? And will we create a new leaderboard for all these 70s style mustaches we're seeing? Let's find out. Hello and welcome to Movie Trailer Rankings. We're on a journey to find out which trailers are best and why. So join us as we watch, review, and rank this week's trailers. Okay, let's get started.
I figured it out.
Yeah, seventh time's a charm.
I'm being an actor.
Oh, God. You don't belong with those LA folks. They're a bunch of fascist hippies.
What brings you here?
And I figured no better place to be discovered than the supermarket.
Hey, did I see you on a television series?
You do movies? You don't work in the entertainment industry at all?
No, man.
Does Bill know you're fussing with his truck?
I'm his son. I'm just borrowing it.
I reckon it's a few months' worth of cleanups on aisle 4 to pay off a DUI impound.
What can I get for you, miss? I got beef.
I can see that.
Hey! Hey!
Let's not waste either of our time. I'm a Catholic.
Well, ain't that what confession's for?
I can't date someone who isn't baptized.
I thought you was gonna say Hispanic. Where's the water? I'll do it now. I know I'm not what you're used to. And not what you deserve either.
Life's gonna give you a gut full of reasons to be angry. You only need one, to be grateful.
Oh, shit!
I think God saw something in you worth saving. But it's up to you to decide what you've got to offer.
This is the place you told me you believed in me. I thought it makes sense being back here to do this.
Your son is about to make a huge mistake.
Well, I'm gonna be a priest.
For Halloween.
I'm praying for you, Bill.
Don't you dare! You're violating my rights!
There's a man going round taking names.
We've all been wronged, and we've all done some wrong. But he came to forgive us.
Everybody won't be treated all the same.
There's no easy way to deliver this news. You have a progressive muscle disorder. The muscles weaken until they cease to function.
Is there anything it doesn't mess with?
Yeah, erectile function.
I'm trying to be a priest, pal.
The wise men will bow down before the throne.
I want no doubt. Why?
And at his feet, they'll cast their golden crown.
Man don't lose when he gets knocked down, but when he won't get up.
Hi, baby.
There is concern amongst the diocese that your infirmity will render you unable to be a priest.
Listen to the words long written down.
What you guys get? One phone call a week in here? Who you gonna call, huh? When no one else gives a shit what you got to say, God does.
When the man comes around.
He ain't giving up on you. Don't you dare go giving up on yourself.
Hear the trumpets, hear the pipers. 100 million angels sing.
Where are you going?
Well, I gotta get your ass to church on time.
Who are you here to visit, sir?
Father Stu.
You and everybody else.
When the man comes around.
We shouldn't pray for an easy life, but the strength to endure a difficult one. Well, you can't say I never gave you nothing.
Yeah, I skipped over thanking you. Went straight to the source.
Exclusively in movie theaters.
All right, hey, if this is the first time you have joined us, welcome. We're glad you're here. And if you want to learn more about how we rank movie trailers, we made a video for that. You can find the link in the upper right-hand corner here or in the description below. Check it out. In order to rank this trailer, first we need to cover a few of what we call critical non-factors. These are things about the movie that we don't want to let affect our score of the trailer. The trailer editor has no control over some of these things, so we don't want to hold them against him. Some of the critical non-factors for this trailer are, well, this is a movie about a true story, and so there are a lot of these days, but how you interpret a true story and how that's presented can often be up for debate, you know, whether this is a good representation of the material or not. I don't really know anything about the history of this movie or the story that they're representing, but however you might feel about true stories or dramas representing true life events, we're not going to let that affect this trailer. It's not part of the trailer making process. Neither are our mustaches, and we're seeing a rash of crazy mustaches, I would say, in some of the costume and makeup design that's coming out. And this seems to be fit pretty well in the time period that it's in, but Yeah, I'm wondering if we should start another leaderboard just for the mustaches that we're seeing. They're getting pretty out there, and Mark is really rocking some neat mustaches in this one. And then lastly, I want to talk about the subject matter of the movie, and that's that Mark's character goes on to become a priest. He's sort of a rough and tumble kind of guy, but he's having a religious experience. And so this movie is going to be chock full of theology, representation of religious practices and religious norms and religious ideas. And it looks to me like they're going to be taking those things seriously, and that's an important part of this character and his development. And so I think that's great. I'm really excited to see that. I think I've mentioned before that this kind of subject matter often gets my antenna up, and so I want to pay attention to these kind of things. What I'm hoping for here really is not necessarily that it's going to be, I guess what I'm hoping for is something called contextualization. And that is not necessarily a perfect rendition of the presentation of specific truths of the Christian faith in this case. But instead it's a representation in the context that we find this character and in the world that he inhabits. And so I expect what they're trying to do is to create some of this contextualization where the truths that this character understands and believes and espouses can kind of come through in the context of who he is and where he is. So that's kind of a long-winded explanation for what I'm hoping for. But regardless, however that happens, whatever the end result is, that's not something that comes with the trailer. We're here to talk about the trailer. And so we're going to set all those things aside. We're going to move on to the scoring. And this movie's trailer does pretty well in technical and style. I like the music choice. I think it's well constructed and well paced. Maybe it's just too long though. Like I said, I think the music works, even though we have yet another Johnny Cash song. He's very popular, but it's not bad. It works here. The real issue I think this trailer has though is that it just shows way too much of the narrative content. So its lowest score by far is on the narrative side. We basically get the entire, what looks to me like the entire movie beat by beat. And yes, it's interesting. Yes, it's well acted. And I'm not entirely turned off by seeing it. I still want to see this movie. But because I've seen so much of it, I'm now content to wait and rent it rather than run out to the theater. And I don't think that's the result that they're hoping for. So I think that they went too far, just showed too much. Overall, it's looking like a well-made film, and the trailer is showing it off well too. So we're going to give the trailer for Father Stu an overall score of 7.3 out of 10. So let's take a look at the leaderboards and see where it ends up. Looks like it's going to be about middle of the week and month and fall just outside of the top 10 for the year. But if you like what you've seen here, you want to see more content like this, be sure to like, subscribe, hit the bell button. It really helps out our channel, and we want to hear from you. So what do you think? Did we get it right? Did we get it wrong? Let us know in the comments below. That is going to do it for us today. Thanks for watching. We will see you next time.